Welcome to the Great African Leadership Series, where we feature great inspirational speeches and quotes from African leaders.
President of the European Parliament, Mr. Antonio Tajani, honorable members of the European Parliament, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen, the countries of Africa have similarly embarked upon a new path of peace, development, and transformation. The African Union's Agenda 2063 provides a program for integration and prosperity on a continent that has been raked by division, exploitation, and strife. Nelson Mandela was an ardent advocate for Pan-Africanism, and he believed that the continent could only reach her full potential if her peoples were united. In pursuing this goal, there are many lessons we can draw from the European Union's path to integration, to economic and political union, and to achieving social progress. Nelson Mandela led South Africa in its peaceful transition to democracy. But he had a bigger dream, an Africa at peace with itself and the world. In his lifetime, he supported the African Union's effort towards conflict prevention and resolution, peaceful building, as well as post-conflict reconstruction. He would have joined us in applauding the EU's support to the AU peace and security architecture and its steadfast support for efforts to silence the guns on the African continent for good. He always argued that lasting peace and security on the continent will not be possible without economic development. Without opportunity, without investment, without thriving economies that enable us all to enjoy our place in the sun, we cannot hope to have political and social stability on the African continent. We are in the process of dealing with the question of land reform. Land reform is one of those challenges that our country has had to face over hundreds of years, where the indigenous people of South Africa were denied access to land and have over the years been yearning to have access to land. We are now at a stage where we are engaging in a dialogue, an overarching dialogue amongst the people of South Africa, those who own land and those who don't own land, to see how best this important resource can be utilized to develop our country. And through this, the dialogue is leading us to a point where we are seeking to find solutions that will be inclusive, that will enable all South Africans, as we continue to consolidate our nation, to work together to resolve this problem. We have said very clearly that this problem of land will be resolved through adherence to the rule of law, through adherence to our Constitution, and we will utilize the lessons that Nelson Mandela taught us with regard to resolving problems. We will resolve this problem in an inclusive basis, respecting each other's human rights, respecting each other's hopes and aspirations, and making sure, like we did when we resolved the apartheid problem, that we resolve it with a view to build a nation from the ashes of apartheid. This we shall do because that is what Nelson Mandela taught us. I can assure you that we will resolve the land issue in line with the values that are enshrined in our Constitution, and when we do so, we will have an all-inclusive solution that will make all the people of South Africa work together and move together into the promised future that we see ahead of us. Thank you very much.
And share this video with friends and family to support the channel.